Picture this. You're standing in the freezer aisle bag in hand, reading words like crafted and superfood on the label. You buy it, blend it, and get a thin, watery drink that tastes like diluted juice with a weird aftertaste. That's not a smoothie. That's a scam with a lid on it. Today we're ranking 11 frozen smoothie options, from the ones you should never touch again to the ones that actually use real fruit and give you the protein and fiber your body needs to treat this like a real meal. Number 1. Dole Crafted Smoothie Kits. Number 1 on the avoid list, Dole Crafted Smoothie Kits. Crafted sounds like someone in a kitchen made careful choices about what goes in the bag. What it actually means is frozen fruit chunks and a note telling you to add water. That's it. Water doesn't add protein, it doesn't add fat, it doesn't create that thick texture that makes a smoothie feel like a meal. And it definitely doesn't slow down how fast all that fruit sugar hits your blood. People who've tried these keep flagging the same issue: a gritty, slightly sandy mouthfeel that stays with you after every sip. And that's not a blender problem. That's what fruit without fat or protein actually tastes like when you push it through a blender with plain water. Crafted isn't a regulated term. Any brand can print it on any bag without meeting a single standard. Number 2. Kroger Smoothables. Next up, Kroger Smoothables. Store brands have genuinely improved over the last decade, so grabbing a bag of Smoothables feels like a reasonable call. It's not. What you're actually buying is dragon fruit, pineapple, mango, grapes, and banana frozen together in a bag, which sounds decent until you realize the instructions tell you to add a full cup of plain water. No protein, no seeds, no fat source anywhere on the label. What comes out of your blender isn't a smoothie. It's a slushie with fruit flavor and a sugar spike built in. The value math doesn't work either. You still need to buy a liquid and any booster ingredients separately, so the convenience angle completely falls apart. If you want plain frozen fruit, just buy plain frozen fruit. You'll spend less and get the same result. Number 3. Evive Smoothie Cubes. Now at number 3, Evive Smoothie Cubes, the format is genuinely different. Small, dense frozen cubes you drop into a blender, or just let thaw in a cup, and they look like something a nutrition lab designed on purpose. That feeling isn't wrong exactly, but it doesn't tell the whole story. Take the Sapphire blend. Cauliflower is in there, not on the front of the package in big letters, but tucked into the ingredient list where most people won't look. Cauliflower can add thickness, which is why brands use it, but it also leaves a chalky, muted flavor that makes the whole drink feel like it's almost good but not quite. And if you skip the blender and just let the cubes thaw, the texture lands somewhere between a smoothie and a melted popsicle. Number 4. Better Goods Smoothie Mixes. Now at number 4, Better Goods Smoothie Mixes. Walmart positioned this line as the cleaner, smarter alternative to generic store brands, and the name alone does a lot of selling before you even flip the bag over. But better compared to what, exactly? Look at the actual ingredient list and you're still looking at basic frozen fruit with no protein, no seeds, no fat source. The marketing leans hard into short ingredient lists and no artificial flavors, which sounds good until you realize a short list that's just fruit isn't a health win. It's just a fruit blend with less in it. Your body needs protein to feel full, fat to slow digestion, and fiber to keep blood sugar from spiking. Better Goods skips all three, so you drink it, and you're hungry again before lunch. Number 5. Campo Verde Smoothie Packs. Number 5. Campo Verde Smoothie Packs. The packaging looks different from anything else in the freezer aisle. Tropical colors, South American fruit varieties like guanabana and maracuya. The kind of stuff you can't find in a regular grocery bag. It feels like you're buying something special. But exotic sourcing doesn't change the nutrition label. No protein, no fat, no seeds, nothing that slows digestion. These packs are pure fruit puree, so the sugar content runs higher than blends that include vegetables or fiber to balance things out, and your blood sugar feels that fast. The texture blends smoothly, which sounds like a win until you add liquid and watch it go thin immediately. No fiber, no fat, nothing to build any body into the drink, so it goes down fast and your stomach barely registers it. Number 6. Noka Superfood Smoothie Packs. Last on the avoid list, Noka Superfood Smoothie Packs. Superfood isn't a regulated term. The FDA has no legal definition for it, so any brand can print it on any bag without meeting a single standard, and Noka prints it everywhere. These are fruit and vegetable puree pouches, the squeeze kind, marketed to active people and parents who want fast nutrition. The branding works. But flip it over and read the nutrition panel, and the protein numbers are low, the fiber is minimal, and one pouch doesn't come close to a meal's worth of calories. Yes, there's kale in there, there's chia too, but the amounts are so small they don't actually move the needle on fiber or omega-3s. You're paying a premium price for a fruit pouch with trendy ingredients sprinkled in at cosmetic doses. 4. That use real fruit. Now the list flips. Every product so far used fruit as the front, the thing that gets you to reach for the bag, while the actual nutrition panel told a completely different story. No protein, no fat, nothing to slow any of it down. What separates a good frozen smoothie from a bad one isn't whether it contains real fruit. Almost all of them do. It's whether that fruit is working alongside ingredients your body can actually use. Protein that triggers fullness, fat that slows digestion, fiber that feeds your gut. The 4 products coming up all do something honest. Some lead with protein, some with fiber and probiotics, and one produces a genuinely thick, dessert-like texture without hiding what's in it behind vague label language. None of them need the word superfood to justify the price. Number 7. Love Struck. First on the good list, Love Struck. No superfood anywhere on the bag. No bold claims on the front. Just a straightforward ingredient list that actually explains what you're tasting when you blend it. The fruit is real, but it's not working alone. There are ingredients in here that add fat and fiber, and you can tell because the smoothie stays thick after you blend it. No watery layer pooling at the bottom 10 minutes later. That separation you see with the bad products happens because there's nothing to hold the drink together. Fat and fiber do that job. The flavor doesn't taste boosted or artificially sweetened. Natural fruit sweetness sits differently on your tongue than added sugar, and Love Struck doesn't need the extra help. Number 8, Seriously Healthy. Next up, Seriously Healthy. Yes, the name sounds like marketing. In a freezer aisle full of products using health words as decoration, you'd be right to roll your eyes. But this one actually delivers what the name promises. The protein here comes from real sources, not a dusting of milk powder at the bottom of the ingredient list, and there's enough of it to actually keep you full. That changes what this product is. It's not a snack, it's a meal. Added sugar stays low, which matters because a lot of smoothie products quietly boost fruit flavor with cane sugar or honey, and that extra sugar wipes out any benefit the fruit brings. The texture is thick without going chalky, and that balance is harder to get right than most brands manage. Number 9, Pitaya Foods. Dragon fruit doesn't taste like much on its own. It's mild, slightly sweet, and if you blended it with water and nothing else, you'd get a pretty pink drink that tastes like very little. Most brands selling dragon fruit products don't tell you that. Pitaya Foods does, at least in the way they build their blends. The supporting ingredients do the actual flavor work, so what comes out of your blender tastes like a real smoothie instead of a watered-down fruit drink in a nice color. But protein is still modest here, and fiber won't carry you to lunch on its own. Add a scoop of protein powder or a spoonful of nut butter, and this becomes a genuinely solid meal. Number 10. Sambazon. Last on the good list, Sambazon. Acai wasn't on most American radar before this brand started importing and selling it at scale. And the fruit in these packs is genuinely real. That part's not in question. But some varieties include added cane sugar, and when that sugar goes in, the whole thing tilts toward dessert. You're paying a health food price for what's basically a frozen treat. Certain blends also contain guarana extract, which carries natural caffeine, and that's not something you'd catch unless you read the full ingredient list slowly. The unsweetened packs are a completely different product. Same acai, same antioxidant content, but without the sugar pulling it off course. One reviewer said removing the sugar would make it one of their favorites, and that tracks.